any and all things comics.
Holy fruit bats, Batman. This is Chris.
Part
Fucks.
Ooh, and we're recording on that. Alright. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Holy fucking shit, guys. You're listening to those Not So Super Dudes, that place where we talk about any and all things comics.
Holy fruit bats, Batman. This is Chris.
Part
fucks. I don't know.
And I'm Jordan.
Yeah.
And we were waiting on an Alec, but he has yet to respond. So
we'll record his stuff and then do all that, guys.
He's got kids and responsibilities that we do not have.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a little dance to that because fuck that noise. Yeah. That sounds like a whole lot of nonsense.
Yes.
I want no part of. At least currently. So guys, I know. Well, we wanted to talk a little bit briefly about. We all ended up watching Morbius recently, but should we save that from when Alec comes back, or should we talk about that a little bit?
You asked that as we're
doing.
We never go into the. We never go into a plan. We just go with it.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. I mean, we can discuss it a little bit, but I think
we can discuss about other stuff like unicorns and.
Well, yeah.
We're recording on for YouTube right now. We're gonna, try that as well.
With this camera, I'm trying to, because I go this way and then it's just like opposite direction.
We have a little camcorder that we bought, so we're trying that out, and I may ingest a little nitro gummy, maybe two. I don't know.
So
we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully this video makes it to YouTube. I feel like we've done one or two of these before and they just haven't.
Well, because the video didn't really. I don't know. It just didn't.
It's not YouTube appropriate.
No, not that. It's just the WAV file and stuff. It broke it up in parts. I don't know how. That's right. It broke it up in parts. So I might have to, if we do this, do YouTube stuff. It might be a part 1 and part 2, because we're not. What is it? YouTube. We're not affiliated with YouTube. When you become like partners with YouTube, you can have longer episodes.
Oh,
so okay. That's I remember now. That's why.
Okay.
So
I don't know how YouTube works anymore.
So it'll probably be in parts.
Okay. I just remember recording dumb shit with my friends and uploading it to YouTube, and that was it. And I lost that whole account, and I'm so sad about that.
Well, because they got stricter.
We
also got to watch that.
Yes.
Nobody can get hurt. Probably some other guidelines I don't really know.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
But if we're
branching off.
Yeah.
And I'm stalling for time.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But most of what I really wanted to talk about was we just had San Diego Comic-Con happen this past weekend, and a lot of cool shit came out. A lot of cool announcements.
Yeah.
You don't agree?
Well, I agree that they're cool announcements. I'm biased, and I want my X-Men now.
I know.
I'm gonna clamor for it. Just keep hammering. I just want it now.
Well, they're gonna make us wait on that.
I know they're gonna make us wait. But yeah, there's some cool stuff. I'm not big on Ant-Man.
You know what? And as a comic book character, I'm not so much either. Especially since it's mostly focused around Hank Pym, and Hank Pym is kind of an abusive asshole.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy what they did with Scott Lang, who I wasn't too familiar with, and then, of course, Paul Rudd. Like, when they casted Paul Rudd, I knew immediately.
He's a good Ant-Man. It's just, I don't know, just the characters didn't really appeal to me. It's like when certain characters don't really appeal to me, I kind of branch off for other characters and stuff. Like Thor. He was fine in Ragnarok. It's just this one. I'm just like, I'll wait until Disney Plus and just.
Which
watch
it was announced today, August 24th. Disney Plus.
All right, so next
Thor: Love
month.
and Thunder. Which is what they tend to be doing. It's like a month and a half or something like that after like its release. It's something like that because I think they did the same thing with Doctor Strange.
I'm excited for Loki.
I know that's been a lot of people's favorites. So yeah, one of the things they announced was phases 5 and 6.
They got phases 1. They got phases like 5 through like 20 probably planned out.
Oh, they probably have most of it planned out. So what we know, and I know the last time we talked about this, originally what I thought was Fantastic Four was going to end this phase. What is actually happening is that Fantastic Four will pick up Phase 6 and end Phase 6 with 2 Avengers movies. Which is pretty fucking cool.
Cool, and seems, ending with an Avengers movie I feel is the appropriate thing to do.
Yeah. Well, and like we've talked about before, they're setting up like new Avengers, they're setting up young Avengers, and like you could have a combination, and who knows, like it could be...
Okay, so this whole like MCU is a different iteration from anything of the comic books because we don't have X-Men setting up, because it's usually the X-Men are the first ones to do anything. This is X-Men going at the end pretty much of the saga, and everybody else doing the beginning and filling in the gaps.
Right. Well, I mean, they kind of had to do it this way just because of studio rights and stuff.
Yeah, studio rights, and I feel this is the best way because they're weaving around the studio rights, and they're actually doing a good job with that.
Yeah. Well, now they own the rights. They're just trying to figure out, cool. So they already had a story mapped out. They're like, what can we work without it just feeling forced?
Without feeling forced.
Right.
Yeah, some of them do feel that they're forced, but it's
I'm getting a call.
Oh.
Hello?
Fuck you, Chris.
Fuck you, you son of a bitch!
You're late.
Yeah.
I know. I'm in Harper's Ferry. This trip was supposed to happen on Monday, but we didn't go until today. But I was able to carve out a little bit of time while I'm down here to call you motherfuckers and tell you Chris is wrong, 100%. If we're talking about movies.
No. Yes, we are.
Yeah,
but I'm not 100% wrong.
And you're 100% wrong.
No.
100% wrong. Listen, this comes from someone that thought Jared Leto was shit.
As did I, and I said, if you would have shut up for a minute, hold on. The best thing about Morbius is Jared Leto. So what about that?
Okay, that's like saying the best thing about the Daredevil movie was Michael Clark Duncan. That's awful. This movie was way better than what I was expecting.
I mean, Michael, that is
movie, dude.
Yeah. I heard the movie gets such a bad rap that I wasn't as excited to see it, but after watching it, I was like, I enjoyed this.
I feel that the rap is kind of there. It's over. The rap is okay. I feel it's a 5, based on, Jared Leto is a wonderful Morbius. Okay, He's a fine Morbius. What I have a problem with is when the best friend gets in there, they start that up with the whole whiny little spoiled ass brat. Oh, Daddy, you hate, you liked Morbius more than me. You always took his side. I want this vampire serum thing, and then it just became like brother versus brother cliche.
I think you're overcomplicating things.
I am not overcomplicating things. That is exactly Morbius in a nutshell, motherfucker.
Now look, okay. I'm sorry. I meant you're not looking deeper. That's my bad. I used the wrong word. I'm walking.
That's what
you know
she
how
said.
hard it is for me to think I'm walking straight down. Listen.
That's true.
This whole thing, the idea of okay, when I say this is going to be awful, and it's a terrible, I think might be the worst defense I've ever come up with for any movie. But what they did with that was they just, rehashed Amazing Spider-Man 2. When Harry finds out he's got that incurable goblin disease or whatever the fuck it is.
That's my point! They rehashed it! And even that movie was fucking terrible.
Yeah. But listen. It makes a lot more sense.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It makes more... Okay.
It makes way more sense in Morbius than it does Spider-Man.
In no movie plot, it makes more sense than... It's still a shit plot that they need to get rid of. They keep recycling it.
You gotta remember, Morbius, okay, look, they started strong with Venom, right? Because they had a good
Don't bring Venom and Carnage into this, because it's a...
Let me get it over, and then you'll be like, okay, whatever. But, so they had a good basis for Venom, because Venom's got, he's got the fans upon fans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, Morbius is kind of like the Iron Man of Sony universe, because Morbius doesn't have a big following. He had a decent run as a Spider-Man villain. He had a short-lived comic for himself, and then he just became a pop-up character, like most Spider-Man villains that aren't the main bad guys, you know? So for them to pull off a movie with this kind of actual in-depth look at a character that nobody knows about, they were just like, let's set this dude up. And I like how they portrayed the character as being this guy that he's legit not trying to be a villain. He's not trying to be a bad guy. He's legitimately trying to solve a disease. And of course, as Marvel is wont to do, something horrible happens and destroys him and becomes superhuman. And don't tell me them superhuman powers he had would not be bomb ass. Alright?
What?
Can't even give me that.
What?
His powers, I think, is what he's talking about.
Are awesome.
Yeah,
Amazing.
powers are bomb ass.
Would you not want the
No,
powers?
the way his powers are okay at best.
I mean, they look pretty fucking cool.
I mean,
They
were all right.
But Chris, I have never wanted to burn you at a stake.
Well, then come over here and do it, motherfucker.
Don't tell me, I'm in Harper's Ferry right now. I ain't too far.
I get your ass over here, then.
I mean, seriously. First of all,
let's
forget about the eternal life aspect, because that part would suck.
Okay, but just because he has pretty decent powers doesn't make it a good movie.
No, it doesn't. But the portrayal of those powers, the plot line, where
I find that fine. I find that fine. It's just my gripe comes with the script with Doctor Who. What'd you say, Matt Smith?
Matt Smith.
His script and everybody else's script.
He's number 11.
You shut the fuck up. It's my turn.
No.
It just, the acting seems a little bit rigid at times. It's fine. It's a little bit rigid, but it's just the whole whiny brat scenario just threw me off the movie. And the final battle scene just was not that great, I felt. He took in a whole bunch of bats and thank you. Yeah. I just felt they bitchified Morbius. I think it would have been better as a horror movie.
I mean, it had horror aspects.
It had horror aspects,
no, Jordan, I can't give you that one.
It has horror aspects.